DISCO offers free creative writing workshops to all kids in the Birmingham area. Our mission is simply to give kids in the Birmingham area more opportunities to write and to be creative. The workshops vary in subject. They always have an element of creative writing to them. However, we have workshops on science, how science can save you on a desert island. We have workshops on music. We might build our own instruments. So with every workshop that we do, there is that element of writing, that element of creativity, and then there is something else, some other subject that maybe a kid would be drawn to, but also invites kids to be thinking about the fact that writing doesn't just happen in English class in school. It happens all day, every day. The Desert Island Supply Company started in our living room. We modeled DISCO after similar centers in bigger cities that have a theme to them. Ours is the Desert Island Supply Company, so we offer anything you might need should you be stuck on a desert island. We thought that was an appropriate theme for a creative writing center because the blank page is very lonely.
Focus on things that have worked for other people but aren't working for your family. Comparison is the thief of joy, and you have to find what works for you.
One of the really great things that's grown out of just building out this space and having it available is that artists and musicians and creative people have started to see opportunities for using this space for creative purposes. We have poetry readings that are organized by 2 poets. We have a music series now. We have writing groups that meet here and sewing groups and anything really that kids or grown-ups find creative and need an outlet for. We immediately found writers and teachers and creative people in this community who wanted this to happen and who gave their time and their resources and their efforts into making this space happen. We had the support of the community, the fundraising campaign, built out this space, and meanwhile we were starting to connect with kids and families in the community. And we also started to connect with teachers and administrators in the Woodlawn feeder pattern to think about how we could use our resources to connect with kids in the feeder pattern that surrounds DISCOs. And so now after school, 2 days a week, the Woodlawn High School students, newspaper staff meets here, and we connect them with journalists and other professionals in the area, and they are hoping to restart the Tattler, which has been out of print. It's their high school newspaper. It's been out of print for several years. One of our biggest goals is to connect more professionals and more writers and more artists in this community with the kids. Writing is important in every discipline. Every child needs to be able to represent themselves on paper the way they do in person. In Alabama right now, there is a movement to incorporate writing into all levels of the curriculum. Kids are writing across the disciplines. They are asked to write in science, they're asked to write in math, they're asked to write in English, in music, and art. We love that that's happening here, and we want to be a part of that. We know that there are a lot of amazing writers who live in our community, and we have begun to connect those writers to the kids in this community, not because kids need us, really, but because we need their stories, and we need to know who they are. The next generation will be our problem solvers and our critical thinkers, and we want to know what they're thinking, and we want to help them get those thoughts and stories onto paper.